Okay, I'm pretty sure you guys just want to see end results. The first one, talking, I do that. It looks like I underestimated my cure. It looks like I did get a little bit to come out on the tilt. So it was standing up straight on that beam. And then just this difference, watch, just this. We're talking a degree. And you know, the top looked cured. I could probably put my fucking hand on it. Yeah, I can put my hand, yeah, it's solid. So the heat, a hot day like this, I put it in the sun first, just to get the curing process started. This is my theory, especially when you get it hot and then put it in shade. So you notice I did get a bulge as I tilted it, but then it's solid. So I think, so hot air moves towards cold air, just like the hurricanes in Hurricane Alley start moving towards the North Pole. The polar vortex. So the polar vortex is dropped down with large TTAs, and it's manipulated by us. They don't like to talk about it, but they do, and they bring it down, and Russia tugs on the other side, and there's like two of them sometimes, I swear to God. And then but the further south we drop this cool air down, it's like magnetism. Hurricanes start moving even faster. So this is my theory, that if you get this warm, start curing warm. No, and I'm only talking for air bubbles, because I don't think air has anything to do with curing this shit. I think it's the moisture in the air, and you get more of that with heat until you cross over a certain pressure. But anyway, that balance is important in drying air, in dry air. You ever notice you come out and it didn't rain, your deck was fucking wet, and then you do it another day, it's just fucking dry. It looked the same though that night. Okay, well, there's meanings behind that. That's all I'm gonna call them, meanings. So I was worried I went a little high there, but I don't think I did, because when I put my rubber buttstock on there, it's just going to go down to this lip. It's going to screw in. And so I made sure and did this end first, because when I stuffed my fiberglass cloth in, I was stuffing it in. It looks like there's a partition here. But what I think is that they, possibly in making these, that's where they had to separate a clamp. And I do actually believe that they were hung on this thing for some reason, for whatever operation they were doing, and then, moving on hangers, probably drying, curing, whatever. It's plastic. So when they remove it, it fucking does all this violent damage down there and leaves like a hole between this partition. I stuffed my shit all the way to that hole. Didn't care about the hole, but I didn't take it apart, because Crosman has 5-year warranties, and I'm gonna look at my other Crosman, but these fucking screws will not come out with a screwdriver. I'm gonna have to go get a goddamn breaker bar with a screw bit. And with that said, you leave any evidence that you open that fucker, you might not get any kind of warranty on that. They usually have evidence that you've modified things, which I've done. I could probably get away with, if I made a real big stink and started asking for top shelf guys, I'd probably get a waiver, because I'm pretty sure, like I was saying, I didn't even take this off to check to make sure it was blocked at the handle. Here, I'll show you what I'm working with. Pretty sure that's solid down there somewhere. You know what I mean? It has to be, in my opinion. There'd be too much flex. And then, so this was like a gong. Now listen to it. It's like wood. So, should have done that hollow on camera, but I did it a million times. My boom, dong, dong, especially with this closed. Oh, good God, yes. A bass drum. That bigger the cavity, more energy is resonated, depending on the frequency. When energy resonates, it goes until the energy is no longer enough to make it go, like a ring in a pond. Okay, that wake is bigger on that first ring, and then there's another ring, and then there's another ring. That's a vibration. That's a vibration, dog. So as those rings on that impact travel outward, that energy whoosh, is energy lost, because it's no longer, that energy is no longer contained and hopefully, you know, maintained behind your projectile. It has been lost. If it's, you know, might be going faster than this, I would go as far as to say, not being a true full-on college accredited scientist, that if you can break the speed of sound, this might not matter. You better hold it tight, though. You still got to hold it tight to your fucking shoulder. If it's going slower than the speed of sound, that's when I think energy's lost behind your projectile. I don't know shit. I don't know any of this. I'm just thinking of basic physics principles, and don't think you're not gonna get shit on your shit, dude. Don't do what I did. You better put a whole plastic bag over this, because that shit ain't coming off without alcohol and a little rub, and enough rub. So what I wanted to do, because of this garbage dumpster plastic shit, and then you got the it's obviously, you know, I'd like to sand it up and maybe leave that texture, or maybe come with another kind of rubberized surface for that. That would be dope, actually. If I could get an orange peel, almost not silicone, but a dense rubber to just take to that material. And that's hard sometimes with plastic. You get the adhesive properties right, you might be all right. But an real epoxy resin, ooh man, that shit's sticky. You ain't getting that out of some stuff, man. I tried to get that out of my other thing. I just threw it away. And that's low density. This is probably low density PE or HDPE. PP? I don't know. Polyurethane plastic? I don't know. Or petroleum plastic? I don't know. So to be fair to physics, what I've done here, and I'm not going to say that I did a huge problem doing this, but I've shifted the weight. This is an air rifle, guys. This isn't a fucking 500-yarder muzzleloader. Okay? We're going to be okay with everything. So I got all kinds of fiberglass up in here, and don't worry about your fiberglass cloth tearing on you. Sometimes I try to touch the objects to get the focus. I always forget I got to touch the screen. But let's see if I can get a good angle for you. So, you know, if you really wanted to, I think I might actually, just for the sake of a double dose and, you know, more experience with the stuff, I think I'm going to level it up again and make me about a quarter ounce worth, and pour it in to about it. But see right there, that 2 inch cavity there, that's nothing. And you know what? I might even leave it, because one thing that I was admiring, and this is not much of an imbalance. Don't make a big deal about that. Don't beat me up about that. That's nothing. You can grind that out if you were really weird about it. But this is still a hiding compartment. You can put stuff in there that you just don't need anybody seeing or finding or losing. Keys. Fucking. If this thing's always going to be on your back, always going to be on your back, not left in a vehicle, of course, to lock yourself in or to be stolen. Keys, money, cards. I don't think I can fit a card in there anymore. But keys. All right, that's 10 minutes.